welcome to DigiHub Learning. In today's lecture, our topic is Introduction to Computer. A computer is one of the most important technologies in our daily life. We use computers in schools, offices, banks, hospitals, businesses, science, communication, and many other fields. So let's first understand what a computer actually is. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input, processes it according to given instructions, stores it, and produces useful information as output. In simple words, a computer follows four basic steps: input, processing, storage, output. For example, when we type something using a keyboard, the computer receives it as input. The computer then processes that data using the CPU. The data can also be stored in the computer's memory or storage. Finally, the result is shown to us through an output device, such as a monitor. So a computer helps us convert raw data into useful information. Now, let's understand where the word computer comes from. The term computer is derived from the Latin word computare, which means to calculate. In the beginning, computers were mainly developed to perform calculations and mathematical operations. Today, computers can do much more than calculations. They can store huge amounts of data, communicate with other devices, run applications, create documents, play media, and perform many complex tasks. Main parts of a computer. Now let's move to the main parts of a computer. A basic computer system has four important parts: 1. Input unit, 2. Central processing unit, or CPU, 3. Memory and storage unit, 4. Output unit. Let's understand each one. 1. The input unit is used to enter data and instructions into a computer. It allows the user to communicate with the computer. For example, when we type a name using a keyboard, the keyboard sends that data to the computer. Common input devices include keyboard, mouse, scanner, and microphone. So we can say that the input unit is responsible for entering data and instructions into the computer. 2. Central processing unit. Next, we have the central processing unit, commonly known as the CPU. The CPU is often called the brain of the computer because it processes data and controls the operations of the computer. When we give a computer a task, the CPU processes the instructions and performs the required operations. For example, if we ask the computer to calculate a number, the CPU performs the calculation and produces the result. So, the CPU is one of the most important components of a computer because it is responsible for processing data and controlling operations. Now 3. Memory and storage unit. The third part is the memory and storage unit. This part is used to store data, instructions, programs, and information. For example, when we save a document, photo, video, or other file, it is stored so that we can use it again later. Different storage devices include hard drives, SSDs, and USB drives. Memory and storage allow a computer to keep information and access it whenever needed. Finally, we have the output unit. The output unit provides us with the results after the computer has processed the data. For example, when we type something on the keyboard, the result appears on the monitor. Other output devices include printers and speakers. So, the output unit is responsible for presenting the processed information to the user. Types of computers. Now, let's look at the different types of computers. The main types of computers are 1. Supercomputer, 2. Mainframe computer, 3. Minicomputer, 4. Microcomputer. These computers differ in their size, processing power, capacity, and purpose. Today, we will revise the topic Introduction to Computer through important questions and their answers. Question 1. What is a computer? Answer. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input, processes it according to given instructions, stores it, and produces useful information as output. Question 2. From which Latin word is the term computer derived? Answer. The term computer is derived from the Latin word computare. Question 3. What does computare mean? Answer. The word computare means to calculate. Question 4. What are the main parts of a computer? Answer. The main parts of a computer are 1. Input unit, central processing unit, CPU. 3. Memory storage unit. 4. Output unit. Question 5. What is the function of the input unit? Answer. The input unit is used to enter data and instructions into the computer. Examples include a keyboard, mouse, and scanner. Question 6. What is CPU? Why is it called the brain of the computer? Answer. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It processes data and controls the operations of the computer. That is why it is called the brain of the computer. Question 7. What is the function of the memory storage unit? Answer. The memory storage unit is used to store data, instructions, programs, and information for current or future use. Question 8. What is the function of the output unit? Answer. The output unit displays or produces the processed results. Examples include a monitor, printer, and speakers. Question 9. Name the different types of computers. Answer. The main types of computers are 1. Supercomputer, 2. Mainframe computer, 3. Mini computer, 4. Microcomputer. So, these were the important questions and answers from our topic, Introduction to Computer. By understanding these questions, we can easily revise the basic concepts of computers. If you found this lecture helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to DigiHub Learning, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming lectures. Thank you for watching DigiHub Learning. See you in the next lecture.